Hello friends. Today I shall be talking about a conjunction which is very important from the point of view of relations in your life. This conjunction is between Sun and the planet Venus. Sun, as we all know, represents, at least in this case, as your ego, the pride in you. Venus, on the other hand, represents relationship. It shows the value that you have for relationship and how do you react when you are into this relationship. This relationship could be anything or with anyone. But the main focus over here shall be on the romantic relationship that we shall be discussing today. Venus is also talking about comforts, the luxuries that you enjoy in your life. It's the love in your life. Venus also represents the convenience that you have of luxuries or luxurious items in your life, like a car, the house, maybe the air condition in your place, the clothing, the jewelry, the wealth, the beauty inside your home. It also signifies pleasure. It also talks about any kind of pleasure which may relate to art, sex, entertainment, interior decoration. How do you decorate your house? It's you being like a pageant or anything that you love for amusement, fun, joy, fulfilling your desire. All these is represented by the planet Venus. Venus, we have to understand in a man's chart. So Venus in a man's chart, what it represents? It shows your wife. This I have discussed with you earlier also, that in a female's chart, Jupiter represents the husband, whereas in a male's chart, Venus would represent your wife. Or even the type of wife that you shall be having when you look at Venus, in which sign it is posted in. Venus for both male and female will always represents marriage. When ego, I'm talking about Sun over here, combines or have a contact with pleasure, which I'm talking about Venus, then you would share the relationship, or you like to talk about your relationship in your life. You will share it with the world. See here, the sun, because it is a very bright planet, okay, will give an extra spark or extra brilliance to the planet Venus, which will make you quite charming and very charismatic. So this is a plus point. But what happens is Sun's ego and the power is reflected through love, relationship and diplomacy. However, this conjunction can also bring about a very impulsive nature of yours in relationship. Especially if Venus if Venus is too close or it's a close conjunction, then where Venus becomes combust, or we call in Hindi known as getting asta. This is when the Venus will lose all its positive qualities because it is combust. In Vedic astrology, it is said that the conjunction is strong indicator of a divorce. Now, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to tell you that if this conjunction is very strong, very close, then it may lead to divorce. When people have in their chart, in their horoscope, a very close conjunction with Venus, the best trick, I would say it's a remedy, the best trick is to remarry your wife or your husband within couple of years again. I have seen this happening in many places in South India also. That if Venus and Sun is together and this is causing a problem in your relationship, especially in married life, that it is always advisable in couple of years you get remarried. Same person I'm talking about. I'm not talking about to get married to somebody else. Now, when Venus gets combust, this can create a very selfish nature of a person also. Being selfish in this world at times also is a very positive thing nowadays. Anyway, they may be seeking relationship. So people with close conjunction and Venus being combust, what will happen? In relationship, they would do something for their own benefit and for own pleasure, or someone who uses relationship to attain a status similar to the Sun King. So they want to come up in the life and they use the relationship as a ladder to climb. Now in this mutation with Sun, he or she tries to climb the throne through this relationship. Sun and Venus can also create someone or can have someone who is oversexed due to the fact that Venus' pure quality can go a little haywire in the combustion. Now, due to the ego of the Sun in conjunction with Venus, men with this alignment or this particular placement will wait for the women to pursue rather than they going forward, because here it is the ego. So even if the man likes a woman, he will not approach. He will wait for the other person to approach. Okay, they will not chase. They have too much of pride in the area of love and romance. So this is what happens in such cases. Sun and Venus shows a lot of creativity in a person if this conjunction happens or is placed in your first house, second house, third house, fourth house, fifth, seventh, 8th, 10th and 11th house. It's almost all the houses I've said about. Since Venus represents art, beauty, and Sun itself is very creative. The mix of these two planets can produce a very good actor, actresses, artist. You could be in theater, a very good performer, even a very great charismatic athlete. This can also be someone, or you can be someone who takes part in beauty pageant, or if you take part, or you may organize it. So you could be an organizer as well. They shine in government jobs, especially when it comes to politics. Politicians with such conjunctions, or conjunction, I'm sorry, can be quite charming and can naturally will attract the crowd. The wife of a person would be very dynamic, egoistic, and controlling. Be prepared. But beside that, obviously her natural beauty would be a great asset, and she would be, I'm sorry to say this, but then she could be a chatterbox as well. In a women's chart, if this conjunction appears, it can mean a lot of ego, even bigger than man's ego. The women would want everything to be equal or more than the partner. And in a traditional marriage, the Indian marriage, the traditional marriage, this can create disharmony, which would ultimately lead to a divorce. But if women has a loose conjunction, which means Sun and Venus are apart, then it will not affect you so negatively. Sun, as you know, is a masculine energy, while Venus is very feminine. And this conjunction occurring in the 1st, 5th, 7th, 8th or the 12th house can lead to a decline of the masculine energy, and it can produce a person, someone who might be a gay or who loves feminine things in life, even if they are straight. A good example of this could be a fashion designer, a male, a fashion designer, a home decorator, a hair stylish. This is what is created with this conjunction. So friends, what we have seen today in the conjunction of Sun and Venus, I don't say whatever has been spoken right now by me is almost 100%. But 90% of the cases you will find that this particular conjunction, and if it is a very close conjunction, like rightly said, I would advise such people, first of all, to do a remedy by getting remarrying your life partner. If there are conflicts, disputes, and the relationship is not stable, and if it is not a very close conjunction, I'm sure there is no much negativity that I see in such conjunction as well. Friends, if you have liked this video, do share this video with your friends, with your colleagues. click on the notification bell icon. So whenever next time I upload a video, the notification is there right on your smartphone. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Do put comment negative or positive. Thanks a lot.